Have you ever had that light bulb moment? You know, that brilliant idea, that spark of inspiration, and you just think, how do I make this real? How do I make this successful? Well, that's exactly what we're going to break down today. The creator's journey from a great idea to a product that people truly, genuinely value.
I mean, this is the question, isn't it? It's what keeps so many of us creators up at night. We all get that aha moment, but let's be real. An idea, no matter how amazing, is just the beginning. The real trick, the real challenge, is turning that spark into something that actually connects with people and has real-world value.
So before we get into the how, let's just get on the same page about what we even mean by value. It's really a two-sided coin. On one side, you have all the good stuff, the benefits you offer, like the joy from your film or how useful your app is. But on the other side, there are the sacrifices your audience makes. And that's not just money. It's their time, their attention. Creating value, it's all about mastering that trade-off. So how do we master that balance? How do we do it? Well, it all comes down to this powerful three-part framework. First, you've got to forge a solid product. Then, you have to build a compelling brand around it. And finally, you have to strategically set your price to capture all the incredible value you've created. Let's dig into each one.
Okay, first up, your product. This is the heart of it all, right? It's the tangible thing your audience is actually going to see, touch, and experience. This is where your creative vision becomes a reality, whether that's a new piece of software, a gripping documentary, or a one-of-a-kind clothing line.
Now, getting from that raw idea to a finished product isn't just a random shot in the dark. There's a pretty clear process. It all starts with spotting an opportunity, a need out there in the market. Then you get to the fun part, brainstorming and generating ideas. From there, you build a prototype, like a pilot for a TV show or a beta version of an app, to see what works. Once you have that feedback, you design your marketing, and then, finally, it's time to launch.
And that launch, wow, it is absolutely critical. So much of a product's initial success comes down to the conversation it starts. The buzz, the reviews, the chatter on social media. This communicative effect is what gets you on the map and pulls in those first crucial customers.
But look, a fantastic product is only half the battle. And that brings us to our second pillar, your brand. Think of it this way. A product is what you sell, but a brand is what gives that product a soul. It's the story you tell, and it's the trust you build with your audience.
So what is a brand, really? At its core, it's just a set of signals, a name, a logo, a specific style that helps people instantly know it's you. It's basically a mental shortcut that tells the world who you are and what you're all about.
And this is a really, really important distinction to make. Brand awareness is pretty simple. Do people even know you exist? But brand image, that's much deeper. That's about what people actually think and feel about you. Awareness might get you noticed, but a strong, positive image is what creates die-hard fans.
And when you nail both of those, strong awareness and a positive image, you start to build something incredibly powerful called brand equity. This is like the secret sauce, the extra magic your brand adds. It's the reason people will happily pay more for a product from a brand they know, trust, and really admire.
So is it worth all the effort to build this brand equity thing? Oh, absolutely. The payoff is just massive.
I mean, a strong brand is like having a superpower. Suddenly, you can command a premium price because people aren't just buying the product, they're buying the trust that comes with it. It makes it way easier to launch new things or sell related products. And maybe the most important thing of all, it creates this incredible, powerful loyalty with your customers.
All right, this brings us to the final piece of the puzzle, pricing. You've poured your heart into an amazing product and built a powerful brand. So how do you capture all that value? That's where pricing comes in. And trust me, it's not just about slapping a number on something. It's one of your most important strategic tools. The way to think about pricing is like a strategic window. At the very bottom, you've got your costs. That's your price floor. You have to charge at least that much just to keep the lights on. But at the top, you have a ceiling, which is the maximum value your customer actually sees in what you're offering. The magic, the sweet spot, is somewhere in between.
And finding that sweet spot is everything. Check this out. This is a real-world example from a magazine. You'd think the highest price, $5, would make the most money, right? Wrong. The optimal price was actually $4, and it brought in almost $2 million more in revenue. The big takeaway here, it's not about charging the most, it's about charging the right price.
And that leads us to this really crucial insight. Your price is never, ever just a number. It's a signal. It's a message. It communicates everything from quality to who you are to your audience. Your pricing has to be perfectly in sync with the story that your product and your brand are already telling. So when you zoom out and look at the whole picture, the message is crystal clear. A brilliant creative idea is the spark, but it's not enough on its own. To really truly succeed, that creativity has to be backed by a smart, deliberate strategy that covers your product, your brand, and your price.
So I'll leave you with this to think about. That idea you have, it has incredible potential. It has value. But that value isn't going to unlock itself. The real question is, are you actively, strategically managing it to bring its full potential into the world? Thanks for joining me.